Welcome back to Daily Discussion. All right, so my wife and I just had a conversation. We're talking about how a lot of people are trying to teach or just go ahead and tell everybody how you need to be independent, you need to be strong and do this and all that and everything. And everything's about being independent and a loner, or basically you shouldn't have to rely on anybody. Here is the problem with that, and this is a major problem and a huge flaw in that whole conversation, and why it is the worst advice you could ever give anybody. Because odds are you have not done almost anything alone. If you live in a house, you almost certainly did not build it yourself, and if you did, you probably didn't grow the trees, cut them down, dry them out, and do all that stuff. You probably didn't make the drywall. You probably didn't make the paint. You probably didn't do all those things, right? You rely on millions of people every single day to make your clothes, to grow your food. Even if you do things like I do, where I make a lot of my own stuff from scratch, I don't make that stuff though. I don't grow the materials. I go buy it from somebody else who did that, and I just put it together. I like adding that value to myself to eat things that I know what's in it, but I don't grow the crops and harvest them and do all those things myself. So I still rely on other people to do what I do. Wearing all these clothes, and you'll go get a haircut. Most people don't cut their own hair. Now, that's not everybody, but again, you didn't build the roads you drive on, you didn't build your car. All these things, you have to rely on millions of people within that supply chain. So if you ever think that you're doing everything or anything independently, odds are, unless you walked into the woods butt naked and started from scratch and grew everything, built everything, and did everything by yourself, you're not doing it alone. And that's just the reality of it. So if you think you have to do everything independently and by yourself, you don't. And that's actually very freeing. And here's why. All you have to do is start focusing on how to improve yourself, to be your best self, to add value to your community. And that is what makes societies great, is when you add value back into your community and understand your place and your purpose within that. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. It's just add value back into my community. I know where I am, I know where I sit, and I know how I can help and contribute. So I do the best I can doing things like this. So let me know, what do you think about this, and where do you stand on this topic?